Today I'm going to teach you how to make Oyakodon, or adult and child over rice, using the things you hopefully have in your own kitchen cupboard. So the first thing you're going to need is an onion. Actually, you're only going to need half of an onion, so let's put the other half aside for a later recipe. We're going to take our onion and we're going to cut that into thin slices. Put the onion aside. We'll swap over to our fresh meat chopping board and we're going to cut a chicken thigh into diamond-shaped pieces, all about the same size, bite-sized pieces. Usually in our simmering liquid we would be using dashi as our stock base, but assuming you don't have any in the cupboard, you can just use half a cup of chicken stock. Into that goes 1 tablespoon of soy sauce and 1 teaspoon of sugar, or you can substitute with honey. Mix that well together and put that aside. So getting all of our ingredients ready, we've got a tablespoon of oil, our onion, our stock simmering sauce, our chicken thigh, and of course we have 1 beaten egg ready to pour over our mixture later on. So let's move over to the stove. So the first thing we're going to do is get a small non-stick pan. We're going to put that on the heat, add our oil, and let that heat up and spread that liberally around the pan. Next thing we'll do is we'll add our onion in and spread that out and make sure that that is a nice even layer across the bottom of the pan. We're going to add in half of our simmering liquid. Over the top of that we're going to place our chicken thigh. We're going to make sure that the chicken thigh is in contact, spread out evenly with the sauce and the onion, and then we'll cover that over a medium heat and leave that for a couple of minutes. Keep an eye on that. We want to make sure that this chicken is cooked. We don't want anybody getting sick, and maybe we need to increase the contact of the chicken with the simmering liquid. Lid goes back on for another minute or two. Okay, we come back and find that the chicken thigh is nice and soft and tender, so we'll spread things out a little bit evenly, and then we're going to pour our beaten egg over the top. The chicken is the oya, or the adult, and the egg is the ko, or the kodomo, or the child, hence adult and child. Now we're going to cover that for about a minute or so just to let the egg set. In Japan they'd normally have it slightly runny, but we'll just make sure ours is well set. Again, we don't want to make anybody sick. And we'll get a bowl of rice, because it can't be adult and child over rice without the rice. We're going to slide this out of the pan over the top of the bowl. Maybe you can use a bigger bowl than the one that I could find in our school kitchens. And then we'll top with the remaining simmering liquid from earlier. If you want to, you can top this off with something like some celery leaves over the top, or just some flat leaf parsley. But here you go, Oyakodon, adult and child over rice. Itadakimasu!